Finding an apartment that doesn't bust your budget can be really tough in Connecticut. Right now, the average rent statewide is around $1,900 a month. That's according to Apartments.com. That's slightly up from last year, and that lands Connecticut as the 6th most expensive renting state in the country. And tonight, we're taking a deeper dive into a challenge to build more affordable housing here. NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin covers housing for us. He breaks down the new numbers and gets reaction.
So how many towns hit the state's affordable housing goal? New numbers out showing 31 communities across the state hit that 10% target of having their housing stock considered affordable. Just added Berlin, Newington, and Winchester. And this target, that is based on a state law called 830G, which basically makes it harder for a town to deny an affordable housing development.
So we need more homes, and 830G is one of the strongest tools Connecticut has to make sure affordable homes can actually get built in communities that have often made them difficult or impossible to create.
Developers are increasingly using laws like 830G to override local zoning with out of scale and out of place development. And that has led to, health and safety potential impacts.
We're seeing that tension play out right now in Simsbury, where a developer plans to use 830G to redevelop this former office park. More than 600 units are proposed, including apartments for low-income renters. In Bethel, a fight over a proposed apartment building landed this 830G project in court. Eventually, a settlement helped clear the way for the 72 apartments, as seen here in renderings in legal documents. Housing advocates say it's hard to fully measure the impact of 830G because towns aren't required to report to the state approvals or denials. Still, they say the law works, and they're pushing back on some of the proposed changes at the Capitol.
Some of the proposals increase uncertainty and add delay and create more ways to avoid producing more affordable homes and really move Connecticut backward.
Now, those pushing for more local control point out that the number of communities hitting that 10% goal hasn't really changed over time. Just the towns have shifted by a few. And they also have some concerns about some of the bills that are being debated right now.
These new proposals from Hartford would increase density, reduce long-term affordability, and even allow housing in industrial zones, which is going to limit, Connecticut's future economic vitality.
Both sides agree it is just too early to know the impact of the housing bill passed last year. It created more regional planning when it comes to housing and made it a little bit easier for towns to get a break from 830G. Bottom line, when it comes to 830G, some have concerns. Others think it is important because they believe the state needs about 100,000 more units of affordable housing to meet the demand. Back to you.